Hello and welcome back to another video from Average FPL. Today what we're going to do is we're going to review Game Week 3, my team, how we did, whether the decisions paid off, and what we're thinking of doing moving forward. So we'll start with the goalkeeper, and I'm pretty happy, to be honest. Backman made, I think it was 7 saves, which meant he got 2 extra points. Didn't get a clean sheet against Spurs, but by all accounts, Spurs really dominated and had a lot of chances, so it definitely could have been worse. And I take 4 points every week from my goalkeeper, to be honest, if they were going to be that consistent. In defence, it started with the Man City Arsenal game, and I was thinking at half time, Kyle Walker, he started, Man City are 2-0 up, could get more goals, there's a chance for an assist, they're probably likely to get the clean sheet. Now Arsenal have had Xhaka sent off, and then he goes and gets substituted at half time, and I just think this pep roulette, how are you ever going to win? If your right back's getting subbed off at half time, probably due to managing the minutes and things, but I really just thought, I can't win this. And so maybe I'm looking at transferring Walker out at some point, just because I just think Man City assets, if they're rotating defenders like this, I think if he hadn't played at all and he'd been on the bench, that's fine, that happens. But to play and then likely to get a clean sheet and then get subbed off at half time, I just think really it's taking the mick a bit. So maybe I just stay away from Man City assets altogether. But that's not an immediate thought on my mind unless I want to get an extra million or 1.5 million from somewhere. Leicester couldn't keep the clean sheet against Norwich. I mean, Norwich had to score at some point, so I guess that's fair enough. Penalty as well, so you can't really do much about that. But did get 2 clean sheets from Shaw and Digne, which I was happy about. So defence actually starting to pay off on a whole. On another week, could have maybe got all the defenders having clean sheets if those little situations had gone a bit differently, but not to be. Really good day on Saturday. Had returns from Salah, Buendia, Tony Wilson, and Calvert-Lewin. I was pleased that benching Jota also paid off. Didn't think that he'd start 3 games in a row, and at 7.5 million, I think that's somewhere where I might look to move off Jota in the near future. I was glad I stuck with Buendia. I'm still really going to transfer him out. Aston Villa have sent him and Martinez away on international duty, knowing that they can't play in Game Week 4 anyway. Aston Villa's next 4 fixtures just look so difficult on paper. I really think, I was always going to keep Buendia in for one more game week in Game Week 3, but I'll take those 10 points and cut and run, and I'll take the 0.1 price loss, and that happens sometimes, but I was really glad I could get something from him in this game week. Didn't captain Salah, went with Fernandes. Still probably the right choice, Fernandes playing Wolves, Salah playing Chelsea. Got the penalty, on another day doesn't get a penalty, and then you're thinking, well, it didn't really matter which one I captained, but I still take those 10 points. Fantastic. Ivan Toney scored finally, in his 3rd game. That was really good to see. Got a goal against Aston Villa, and Callum Wilson and Calvert-Lewin also scored. Now, apparently Calvert-Lewin might have a second injury. He was flagged for this game week with a toe injury, and now believe he might have a hamstring injury. But he's got time over the next couple of weeks. It's not an emergency to transfer out. So moving forward, like I said, I think I'm going to transfer out Buendia in the next game week. I've got 2 transfers to roll over. I'm also going to do a video on potential big hitters, because I'm thinking of getting in a 3rd big hitter and just how I'm going to work that. And there's different ways I could get there, transferring in and out different players, and some routes take a bit longer and some don't. So we'll talk about that in another video. Really happy with my game week rank. Just outside the top million for the game week. I actually moved up about 1 million places overall, and you could say, well, yeah, if you're already at 500k, you're not going to be able to move up a million places. You're only going to be able to move up a million places if you're fairly low down the rankings, and that's a really accurate point. But going into the international break, I really wanted to have a positive rank increase and got that. So yeah, that's the team for this week and how we did. I really hope you guys had a good game week as well. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.